Hey Shark fans, it's Melinda Marsalis. Welcome to Heard It on the Shark. I'll be your show host, and Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area is your show sponsor. Heard It on the Shark is a weekly interview show that airs every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on the Shark 102.3 FM radio station based in Ripley, Mississippi. Then it's released as a podcast on all the major podcast platforms. You'll hear interviews with the movers and shakers in North Mississippi who are making things happen. I'll talk to entrepreneurs, leaders of business, medicine, education, and the people behind all the amazing things happening in North Mississippi. When people ask you, how did you know about that? You'll say, I heard it on the Shark. Heard It on the Shark is brought to you by the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area. We want you to get out and discover the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of the Mississippi Hills that are right in your backyard. And of course, we want you to take the Shark 102.3 FM along for the ride. Musical credit belongs to Hill Country Blues guitar legend Gary Burnside and the late great Buddy Grisham, playing Long Way Home from their album Acoustic Brothers, which was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
This program was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
Hey, Shark fans, it's Melinda with another episode of Heard It on the Shark. And today in Sun Bear Studio, I have another friend to talk about what to do in the wintertime. Now, if you remember last week, we talked to my friend Steve Morrison about how to manage your car and make it winterized. And the week before that, we talked with Ashley England about how to get your house winterized. Now we're going to talk to my friend Rosemary Reed about how to get your body and your mind ready for the winter. Rosemary, thanks so much for coming in.
I'm just glad to be here.
Rosie, tell me a little bit about your career.
Well, I've been a nurse since 1983. I've lived in Ripley most of my life. I've been an emergency room nurse, an operating room nurse, an industrial nurse, gastrointestinal. Been a lot of nurses, but I was in the school system for 28 years, and I retired 2 years ago.
How do you like retirement?
It's hard, but somebody has to do it, so it's pretty great.
Okay, you certainly have earned that retirement, and I hope you're enjoying it. Let's talk about the fact that it's about to be wintertime, or I guess actually we're just in the throes of winter at this time. At this point, it technically is just becoming winter, but it feels like it's been here a while. So things will start to get, after Christmas, they slow down and we all end up with colds and the flu. And it's just sometimes it can get all yucky in the wintertime. So tell us what we need to do to avoid some of that.
Well, to avoid it, what we need to do, there's three major things, I think, is to maintain our mental health, maintain our physical health, and avoid illness. Mental health, it's too cold to be outside, so let's make a to-do list. Let's get our house in order. Let's get our closets in order. Let's get our kitchens in order. I'm retired, and so I make lots of to-do lists and try to do it.
Okay, and when I asked you to come and give us this talk, I was really just thinking about physical things to do, and so I'm really glad you brought up mental health, because if you are in the blues, if you're in the middle of the winter blues, you're not going to do the other things. So that's a really good point.
Correct. Also, get your house organized. It makes you feel better. Also, you need to exercise. We have a great wellness center here in Ripley, but if you're in surrounding towns, find your wellness center, or if you don't have one, get online and look. And there's all kinds of things. Just do 10 minutes a day. When you exercise, it increases endorphins in your brain, and that's your feel-good chemical that your body releases. And, that would help fight depression. We don't have sunlight. And as much sunlight, let me put it that way. So.
Okay, because the reduced sunlight makes it harder on your body to feel happy, so you have to do extra stuff just to keep it at a baseline. We have the Young at Heart group here in Ripley.
Exactly.
And if you're 55 or older, you can join that. I think it's free.
It is free. My friend Kim Benson teaches classes there. It's wonderful. You can go walk in inside facility at our Ripley Park and gyms.
It's real easy in the wintertime to get stuck in your house and not want to come out because it's cold. So it's really a good thing, I think, to get out, not maybe in a crowd of people, but to go somewhere like a gym.
Or find a buddy. It's easier to exercise when somebody holds you accountable. Hey, we're going to meet in the morning at 8:30 and walk.
So a lot of our Shark listeners are our age, and they're not trying to run a marathon or anything.
No.
Do we have to break a sweat and be doing all kind of crazy aerobics?
No, but get your heart rate up a little bit. Try to get your heart rates. Get your range of motion. Move. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs, your ankles, your fingers, anything, your neck.
You're saying take advantage of the fact that it's cold outside to get your house in order. Take everything out of a closet and get it organized, or a junk drawer or something like that.
Exactly.
Okay, just for your mental health. All right, what else should we do?
A healthy diet. We need to... We were not moving around as much. We're not getting outside, working in our yard. So we might need to think about our diet and maintain lower calories, lots of fruits and vegetables, increase our water intake. We get so dry in the winter.
Now, wait a minute, Rosemary. It's fixing to be Christmas time, and nobody wants to give up all the cakes and pies and things. It's all about the food for about a month or 6 weeks. So what do you do?
Well, what you do is you make good choices. Like if you want some mashed potatoes and you want to put gravy on it, only do a half a ladle of gravy. Be aware of appetizers and your dips that, they're anywhere from like 300 to 500 calories. Instead of, do roasted vegetables instead of throwing butter or bacon grease and cooking your vegetables. Roast them in olive oil. Like if you want piece of apple pie and you put ice cream on it, leave the ice cream off. Pecan pie versus pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie would be better. If you want to eat, just do it in moderation. Fix your plate, don't go back. But this is easier said than done.
Right, so just good choices. A good choice to balance out a bad choice.
Mm-hmm. Just be aware.
All right. Now, let's talk about old flu and cold season. What can we do about that?
Number one, if you're sick, stay home. Wash your hands. Don't cough into your hands. Cough into the curve of your arm. You need to get your flu shot. It's not too late. You can go anywhere and get a flu shot. Keep your hands out of your mouth. Keep your children's hands out of your mouth. Little children's hands are filthy.
I know your grandkids come over and we're not used to, those of us who don't have children at home, don't have that natural immune system built in. And so the little grandkids come and they're touching all over you, and it's germy.
Yeah, it's real germy.
So maybe just wash their hands.
Mm-hmm.
What about being in crowds of people? What do you do about that?
Well, just try to stay at least 6 feet away. When COVID was going around, honestly, I wasn't sick for 2 years because I wore a mask for 2 years. And then after I got that mask off, here we go with colds, or me personally. But I avoid crowds, especially if you know someone's been sick, or the stomach virus. There's a stomach virus going around right now. It's terrible. I wouldn't go around anybody for at least 48 to 72 hours if they had been exposed or had it, because it takes a little while to incubate, and people talk about it's going through their entire family over a period of about 2 weeks. So
I like what you said. People try to be tough and go to school or work when they're sick, and they're trying to make their kids tough, and they send them to, because they're trying to get perfect attendance or something, and they send their kids to school when they're sick, or they go to work themselves when they're sick. Talk about that just a little bit.
Well, I've experienced this, that people would medicate their child before they sent them to school. They would give them Tylenol or ibuprofen because they woke up with a fever, and they wouldn't have a fever when they got to school, but about 2.5 hours later, they're 102.3 temperature, and was like, did you have a fever this morning? Yes, ma'am. My mama gave me medicine. And I understand that people need to go to work and don't have babysitters, but that's how all this starts. So
just be aware that people around you might be sick. That's all you can do.
Right. Stay out of their faces.
Stay back. Don't touch hands. Wash your hands a lot. Being healthy, just like
fist bumps.
Fist bumps instead of handshakes. I like that. Just like Steve was talking about what to do with your car is so simple. it's simple, but it's not easy, what the things you're saying. So I love these reminders.
Just be aware.
Are there any more that you have? I love that list, Rosemary. It's so hard to stay happy and to stay healthy through the winter, and you've given us some really good, simple reminders to take us through. So thanks for bringing your nursing career into the radio station to help us out.
It's been great being in the radio station with you.
Okay, Shark fans, that's it for this edition of Heard It on the Shark. You can tune in every Tuesday at 11 a.m. to find out what's going on with other local leaders like Rosemary. If you have a question, comment, or suggestion for an interview, or if you want access to this interview, head over to our website, shark1023.com, and click on the podcast tab. Keep it tuned to the Shark 1023 and have a great rest of the day.
The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area was established by the United States Congress in 2009 and represents a distinctive cultural landscape shaped by the dynamic intersection of Appalachian and Delta cultures. This intersection has produced a powerful concentration of nationally significant cultural icons, including King of Rock and Roll Elvis Presley, First Lady of Country Music Tammy Wynette, blues legend Howlin' Wolf, civil rights icons Ida B. Wells Barnett and James Meredith, America's favorite playwright Tennessee Williams, and Nobel laureate William Faulkner. The stories of the Mississippi Hills are many and powerful, from music and literature to Native American and African American heritage to the Civil War. The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area supports the local institutions that preserve and share Northeast Mississippi's rich heritage. Begin your discovery of the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of our region by visiting the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area online at mississippiHills.org.